Pitiless Bronze, a post-patriarchal examination of pre-patriarchal cultures by Ruth J. Heflin, Ph.D. Section 1. What readers need to know. Bronze does not gleam like a merciless sun in a hot desert during the combat on the Trojan plains that Homer wrote about circa 750 BCE in his epic poem, The Iliad. The poet seems to purposely describe the bronze weaponry, which was a relatively new technology circa 1250 BCE when the siege of Troy supposedly took place, as pitiless because it helped the fighters kill with abandon, without regret, and definitely without caring much about who the metal weapons injured and killed. Thus, Homer sets up for his listeners of his time and for his readers now an important warning contrast between the pitiless bronze weapons and the flesh and blood warriors who wielded them, reminding us that young males allowed to, even encouraged to, feed their anger with frenzied bloodbaths spell doom for others and for themselves. Might, after all, does not make murder, mayhem, or war right. Homer warns us from 2,800 years in the past that impersonal technology used ruthlessly can overtake our sense of humanity by giving us vivid, detailed examples from his imagined Troy. But there's so much more to the story and to the Bronze Age, which gave it birth, than that apparent warning. Because not everyone is familiar with the ancient world circa 3000 to 750 BCE, or with the scholarly studies written by historians, archaeologists, anthropologists, or sociologists. This first section of the book explains many concepts in ways that both lay citizens and scientists can understand in order to embrace the arguments in the more scholarly examinations of the pre-patriarchal cultures discussed in Section 2. Many of these concepts are important to understand because they reintroduce certain symbols used by ancient humans and interpret them through gynocentric lenses rather than through the androcentric view usually applied to them. This step is necessary to demonstrate how our ancient ancestors used symbolism to communicate, and why so many scholars who use blinders based on their patriarchal cultures miss these important ideas. The chapters do not have to be read in order because some ideas are overlapped in order to increase comprehension. My ultimate goal in this book is to urge scholars to remove their androcentric glasses in order to put on gynocentric ones that will allow them to better interpret the signs and symbols left by our ancestors prior to the discovery of procreation circa 2400 BCE. Which led to the cultural elevation of males as dominants over females in a cultural system that we now call the patriarchy. Otherwise, their confirmation bias will continue to discolor the real ancient history of humanity.